In every era, certain individuals emerge who profoundly impact the way humanity perceives the world and our place within it. Among the most influential figures in this journey of human understanding are Buddha, the spiritual teacher of ancient India, and Socrates, the philosopher of ancient Greece. Despite living thousands of miles apart, separated by cultural and historical differences, both Buddha and Socrates dedicated their lives to exploring the essence of truth, wisdom, and what it means to lead a fulfilling life. Each had a unique approach. Buddha focused on inner liberation through self-awareness, while Socrates championed a life of inquiry and virtue as the path to fulfillment. Through exploring the teachings of these two remarkable thinkers, we can gain insight into how to live meaningfully. Both Buddha's meditative path to peace and Socrates' commitment to ethical questioning offer valuable lessons on self-discovery, personal growth, and the pursuit of truth. These teachings are timeless, offering ways to navigate our own lives with wisdom and compassion. The path of the Buddha: inner liberation and transcendence. Buddha's journey began as that of an ordinary person, born into privilege as Siddhartha Gautama. However, the comforts of his life did not shield him from witnessing the unavoidable suffering inherent in human existence: illness, aging, and death. Motivated to uncover the cause of this suffering, Siddhartha left behind his royal life and embarked on a spiritual quest. After years of intense meditation and self-denial, he attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, realizing profound insights about the nature of life, suffering, and liberation. He became the Buddha, or the Awakened One, dedicating the rest of his life to teaching others how to free themselves from suffering. The core of Buddha's philosophy lies in understanding and addressing dukkha, often translated as suffering or dissatisfaction. In Buddha's view, dukkha permeates life due to our attachments and desires. We constantly seek pleasure, security, and comfort, holding tightly to people, objects, or experiences that we believe will bring us happiness. However, these things are transient, and when they change or fade, we suffer. Buddha identified this craving and attachment as the primary source of human suffering. Buddha's teachings provide a solution through the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. The Four Noble Truths lay out the nature of suffering, its causes, the possibility of its cessation, and the path leading to liberation. The Eightfold Path offers practical guidance, including right mindfulness, right intention, and right understanding. This path is not about acquiring intellectual knowledge, but about cultivating direct awareness and compassion through personal experience. By practicing mindfulness, individuals can perceive the impermanent nature of all things, allowing them to release attachments that cause suffering. Meditation is central to Buddha's teachings. Through meditation, practitioners observe their thoughts, emotions, and sensations without becoming attached to them. This practice helps individuals detach from their cravings, reduce suffering, and ultimately reach a state of nirvana, a profound inner peace and freedom from the cycle of birth and rebirth. Buddha's approach invites us to engage with life while simultaneously letting go, allowing us to live with acceptance and clarity. Socrates' pursuit of wisdom and virtue. While Buddha focused on inner peace through detachment, Socrates championed a life dedicated to ethical inquiry and the pursuit of wisdom. Socrates' life was characterized by a relentless commitment to questioning, which he believed was essential for self-awareness and understanding. He famously declared, "The unexamined life is not worth living," emphasizing that a meaningful life requires introspection and self-knowledge. Socrates did not write any of his ideas down. Instead, his teachings were preserved through the dialogues of his student, Plato. Socrates used what is now known as the Socratic method, asking questions to challenge assumptions and reveal hidden truths. He did not aim to give answers, but encouraged others to examine their beliefs, values, and motivations. This approach often left his audience in uncomfortable self-reflection, forcing them to confront their own ignorance. For Socrates, the pursuit of wisdom was inseparable from the pursuit of virtue. He believed that knowledge and morality were linked, and that ignorance was the root of all wrongdoing. Socrates argued that if people truly understood the nature of goodness, they would act in accordance with it. In this way, knowledge of oneself and the world was essential for living a virtuous life. Socrates saw virtue as the highest aim of human existence, achieved not through isolation, but through engagement with others and self-reflection. Socrates' method of relentless questioning differed from Buddha's approach of meditation and introspection. While Buddha sought to understand the self by transcending desires, Socrates believed that understanding the self required facing one's own assumptions and challenging them. For Socrates, wisdom was not about retreating inward to escape suffering, but about engaging actively with the world to gain a deeper understanding of justice, truth, and goodness, the self and its role in fulfillment. A central difference between Buddha and Socrates lies in their views of the self. Buddha taught the doctrine of anatta, or no-self, which suggests that what we perceive as the self is an illusion, a collection of shifting thoughts, emotions, and sensations with no fixed core. Buddha believed that clinging to this illusion of a permanent self causes suffering. To achieve liberation, one must let go of the ego, recognizing the impermanence of all things, including the self. This dissolution of the ego allows one to experience life without attachment, leading to inner peace. In contrast, Socrates viewed self-knowledge as essential for living a virtuous life. His dictum, "Know thyself," underscores his belief that understanding one's beliefs, desires, and motivations is crucial to ethical living. Socrates did not see the self as something to dissolve or transcend, but as something to explore and refine. He saw the self as a source of moral potential, which could be cultivated through critical examination and understanding. This difference raises an intriguing question. Should we seek to dissolve the ego to find peace, as Buddha suggests, or should we seek to cultivate and understand the self, as Socrates believed? Both approaches offer valuable insights, with Buddha's path leading to liberation from suffering and Socrates' path fostering ethical development and moral awareness. A balanced path, integrating Buddha and Socrates. Although Buddha and Socrates offer different methods, their teachings can be seen as complementary rather than contradictory. Buddha's emphasis on inner peace and detachment provides a pathway to contentment, allowing us to release the burdens of desire and expectation. His teachings remind us that life is in constant flux, and by accepting this truth, we can avoid the suffering caused by clinging to things that are bound to change. Socrates, on the other hand, challenges us to engage actively with life and strive for wisdom and virtue. His method of questioning encourages us to live with integrity, to question our motivations, and to align our actions with what we believe to be good. Socrates' philosophy suggests that wisdom and ethical conduct are not just internal states, but practices that impact the world around us. By integrating Buddha's teachings of mindfulness and acceptance with Socrates' commitment to virtue and inquiry, we can cultivate a life that is both peaceful and purposeful. In times of personal struggle, Buddha's teachings provide a way to detach from negative emotions, helping us find calm within. In moments of ethical decision-making, Socrates' emphasis on questioning and self-knowledge reminds us to act with integrity and align our actions with our values. Buddha and Socrates, despite their different approaches, each offer profound lessons for navigating the complexities of life. Buddha's path of mindfulness and detachment allows us to find peace amid life's inevitable changes. By letting go of attachments, we can free ourselves from the suffering that arises from clinging to the impermanent. His teachings invite us to live in harmony with the present moment, appreciating life without being consumed by it. Socrates, on the other hand, encourages us to pursue wisdom and virtue as the cornerstones of a meaningful life. His commitment to questioning and self-reflection teaches us the importance of examining our beliefs, understanding our motivations, and striving for moral excellence. Socrates' approach emphasizes that true fulfillment is not just about inner peace, but about living a life that reflects our highest values and contributes positively to society. Ultimately, the paths of Buddha and Socrates are not mutually exclusive, but can be harmoniously integrated. By combining Buddha's inner path of mindfulness with Socrates' outward path of ethical inquiry, we can create a balanced life that values both peace and purpose. These teachings, though ancient, offer timeless guidance for those seeking wisdom, compassion, and fulfillment in the modern world. As we navigate our own lives, we can draw from the wisdom of both traditions, cultivating a life that is both reflective and engaged, both peaceful and purposeful. Through this balanced approach, we can hope to find the contentment of Buddha's nirvana and the ethical satisfaction of Socrates' virtuous life, creating a life that truly honors our deepest aspirations and values.